Good afternoon everyone, and glad you could join us for Drag Racing today, our second episode for the season. And what a meeting at Adelaide International Raceway on the 7th of November. There's so much action. Today's show is full of it, and next week we have another Drag Racing Today show with more action from the 7th of November. But before we go racing today, let's meet another one of the drivers, Geoff Pratt, a former funny car champion, and he's going to show us what makes a top fueler tick.
Yes, and today amongst all those bad boys, we've got one lady, her name, Rochelle Splat. Let's have a look at the newest top fuel car in this country, and Rochelle has it. Right from these new carbon fibre front wings, only single element, got the nose cone off at the moment because they're resetting the wings, have to be done on dead set level ground. All the way through to the big fuel tank here. We'll get more into that later on, and as we go through this super sleek body that we've got here, underneath this section here is part of the brains trust of the unit, and in that unit there we have the clutch timing system through to the fuel system, and this is Rochelle's office. This is where she does all of her work, custom made for her. All of the levers you could ever want. You've got fuel shut-off levers, parachute levers, steering wheel, brake lever, everything you could ever possibly want for the car has been custom made for Rochelle. We go through to this new style injector hat, right through to the latest top system here, to this beautiful 44 amp mag system here with this new air timer system. This is new 99 technology here in Australia already. All the way through from this motor, which is a TFX, we go through to the clutch system. Now this clutch, once again, is a multi-stage, has 7 lots of series of changes in this clutch, no gearbox, all in the clutch. We go through to the Automan timer system, also the latest in from the States, through to this very, very large diff, 12.5-inch custom billet diff. Supposed to be unbreakable, they still break them, but Rochelle has the best of absolutely everything in this car. To the specialised wing system, these are all chrome moly. The whole car is out of exotic chrome moly, to this brand new carbon fibre triple element wing. This is state-of-the-art Formula One racing in drag racing. So there you have it today. You have your twin parachutes to pull her up. Rochelle Splat, she's on a mission for 300 mile an hour. Let's hope she can do it.
Geoff Pratt there explaining what makes a top fueler work. Let's go to the raceway now and see the top fuel qualifying.
Thank you, Bruce, and here it is on the Friday evening, the first session of qualifying, as we take a look now at the Santos Cranes sponsored car. This is the car driven by Steve Reed from the UK. Mike, this one previously campaigned last year.
Yes, last year by Glenn Micros from the US of A, but this season driven by Tommy Steve Reed from the UK.
That's it, and of course it was actually the top winning car last year, wasn't it?
Yes, it certainly was, but these cars here, Mike, the height around about 2.5 metres, the length 9 metres.
Massively long. And of course the flexibility too in the chassis, we'll probably see this in a moment as he gives it the big stick, that they're quite a flexible chassis.
Very flexible in the chassis there, Mike. That is the suspension of this race car.
That's right.
On the green light for this qualify. Have a look at the clutch dust and the huge 2-metre flames coming at the exhaust, but he loses power.
Yes, he cut it about 3/4 track there, running a 7.7 seconds. As we see it in replay, look at that. Lots of clutch dusts and sparks and all underneath it.
But it's once again those huge flames going down the track there, Mike. Around about 6,000 horsepower.
Now we have a look here at the Valvoline car. This is Rochelle Splat, who had a bit of an unlucky run in her first qualifying, in which the car came to a bit of problem. Now, just seeing it move in here, have a look on the tyres. You can see the stickers, brand new tyres.
They certainly are.
Yeah,
Mike.
Just rolled through the wet there, and now giving it the big burnout.
As you see the tyres grow, around about 15 centimetres in height, they will actually stretch to.
And of course, that also raises the gearing as it goes down the track.
Makes it a longer gear ratio for more top speed once again.
Yes,
but
a lot of people,
cars,
quite fascinated, aren't they, when they see the tyres looking like such big floppy boots, first of all, and then standing tall, as we just see it there, but it seems to have cut power.
Yes, losing the blower belt there for Rochelle Splat.
Well, we didn't see it actually fly off, but we can tell by the time that she's obviously had some trouble. So let's find out just what exactly did happen.
Hi, Rochelle, you turned off your engine out there. What happened?
Well, it started off well. It took off really well, but a blower belt came off. It broke. So once the blower belt comes off, the car just won't go.
You'll be able to get it fixed in time for the next qualifying round?
Yeah, we will. We found the problem as soon as we realised what happened. So they're just fixing the problem now, and we'll be back out for the second qualifier.
Okay, you're running third at the moment. We'll be able to improve on that?
Well, I'm sure we will. We normally run really well. We've just had a few bugs to fix up at the moment, but yeah, definitely we'll have a good run next time.
Here's someone hoping for a good run this time. It's the Kirby car running for Pennzoil.
Yes, that's the beautiful Pennzoil Top Fuel Drags. They're entered by Robin Kirby. This guy here could be the real dark horse of the event, Mike.
Yes, he's raced here with mixed success over the years, as I recall, and always very popular guy to appear here with us. He's elected to go for his run in the Tectaloy lane.
Yes, running the beautiful TFX 496. That's what's on board there for Robin Kirby.
TFX seem to be most common amongst the competitors today.
Yes, those engines they're producing, as I said earlier on, around about 6,000 horsepower.
Quite
That's
hammered.
the type of horsepower you need to deliver a high 4-second pass at around 280 miles
That's
per hour.
right, we're hoping for those today. Now he gets off very fiercely off the line, but he's cut.
Huge tyre shake there, Mike.
Yes, indeed. Now he's dropped the hankies and going through for a slow roll.
I can tell you now, all the guys and girls are finding it very hard to get these Top Fuel Drags down the track in any record time whatsoever.
Well, let's find out what exactly happened on that rather slow for him run.
Robin, you didn't make it over the line that time.
No, we didn't actually. The had severe tyre shake just off the start line, and in that sort of situation you can't see what you're doing, you can't see anything in front of you, so the only thing you do is shut the car down.
So now we move along to see our next competitor, and that's Darren DiFilippo, as he moves it into the Sprint Auto Parts lane for a great big burnout.
Talking about the burnouts there, Mike, these guys use about 1 millimetre of throttle when they actually perform their burnouts.
That's about a little butterfly's blink. Now he's had problems here though. He's not backing up to complete the run, so we're going to find out just what happened.
Hi, Darren. What caused you to shut down there?
We had a bit of an oil problem. We had a brand new filter on the car, and it appears the actual lid of the filter's just cracked and oil come out everywhere.
Okay, we'll be able to get on top of it for the next qualifying round?
Yeah, we put another filter on it now, and it's just a matter of sitting back, waiting for the next round, and we'll go again. If all goes well.
Well, that was Top Fuel qualifying. Stay with us now on Drag Racing Today. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to meet the fastest mum in the world. Talking racing, let's go now to some more Top Fuel qualifying.
And stepping straight here into round 3 of qualifying.
As we see, the external starter motor been removed from that beautiful Top Fuel Dragster there, Mike.
Yes, and he's moving up into the Tectaloy lane now. Burn out just to clear the tyres, warm it up and get himself all set.
Proudly sponsored by High Tech Oils on board Santos Crane's Top Fuel Dragster. And just a quick word about these cars here, Mike. They run on nitromethane. The ruling is a 50% mix is minimal. These guys run around 95% nitromethane, 5% methanol.
It's amazing when they just start up back there in the pits. Everyone comes from miles around just to come and see and hear them checking down in there, in behind the driver to make sure everything's all set, ready for this first burnout. But when they turn the motor over, first of all, they just use methanol.
Certainly do. Just methanol will start them up and then the nitro kicks in. But we'll keep an eye on these things here. Waiting on this qualifying run. Can Steve Reed give a good qualifier? Have a look at this pass, Mike.
Well, he's done a pretty fearsome bit there. He's blown lots of clutch dust out the back, and it's a 5.034, 433 k's. Having a look at the guys, I think they're pretty
and
happy
he
with
also
it.
makes himself a #1 qualifier.
He's
what a
moved
way
up.
to go.
No wonder they're so happy.
Okay, Steve, you've qualified first so far. Great time, 5.034. How do you feel about that?
It's pretty good for a first pass, I suppose, in a couple of years. So Yeah, we're pretty pleased. I mean, it laid down at the top end, and I'm not sure what mile per hour it ran, but no, it's a good base point.
As we move on with qualifying, the Queen of Speed, Rochelle Splat, proudly sponsored by Valvoline and Dragway Wheels.
Now, remember last time she had a pretty good approach, but then, off came the bell. So that ruined the run. So she has to improve on that, obviously.
Yes, this is the last chance in qualifying, Mike. It is the third and final qualifying session here this afternoon. A very tough qualifying field. Can Rochelle Splat make it into the field? We're about to find out.
Right, now she's moving, she's up and away, and a blistering run. Look at that.
That's a very strong pass from Rochelle Splat. What do we have? Should come up a good number.
Okay, Rochelle, you timed 5.211. How do you feel about that?
Oh well, it was it felt fast. It was my first full run I've done in 12 months, but we have done a lot better. It is a slow pass, so it will probably just get me back into it again, but we'll just get faster and faster.
Hey, also we want to say is welcome back.
Thanks.
Here it is now, the final qualifying order for Top Fuel Eliminator.
Number 1 qualifier, Steve Reed, 5.03.
Second place, Rochelle Splat with a 5.21.
Number 3, Robin Kirby, 8.92.
Romeo Capitano on a 9.06.
And number 5, Darren DeFilippo, 9.10.
We'll have more Top Fuel later in the show, but after the break, we'll show you the very latest in computer drag racing games and give you a chance to win your very own. Welcome back to Drag Racing today, and the highlight of the November 7th meeting at Adelaide International Raceway was of course the round 1 of the Australian Top Fuel Championship. We've already seen the qualifying. Let's go now and have a look at round 1.
In which we see Steve Reed starting off with a bye.
As we move on, we see Robin Kirby taking on Romeo Capitano.
Then we move across to find out that Rochelle Splat will be facing up against Darren DeFilippo.
As we move on to Pommy Steve Reed in the Santos Cranes Top Fuel Dragster. Have a look at the body vibrating down there trackside.
Yes, I noticed that. And of course, as top qualifier, he's earned the right for this bye in the uneven field.
Yes, uneven field. 5 cars to make the first round here, Mike, and he's number 1 qualifier running the Sprint Auto Parts lane.
Correct. Just being guided back there for this run. A very important one for him, of course. Now, his options are that he could just take it fairly easy.
He certainly can. He can take it easy, or he can keep the pedal to the metal all the way to the Tectaloy Lane finish line.
Which will basically test the car out for him anyway, won't it?
Certainly will, and these guys are looking for big numbers down the quarter mile, Mike. Will we see a 4-second pass here later on this afternoon? We'll find out a bit later.
Who knows? Here's the big opportunity. Wow, lots of fuel spinning out there as he gives it a big gun right down to the deep end to record a 5.04 at 417 Ks. Steve, well, I don't know whether you heard, but you ran a 5.02, 259 miles an hour. We thought you were just going to feather it.
Well, no, we had to try a few things, and I shut off probably 150 feet before the finish line.
Yeah.
So she was pulling that hard. I got to get another piece of cushion behind my head because my head was going back, and it was a good pass.
Right.
Good pass.
Excellent. All the best.
As we continue on with the Micro Arts Computers Top Fuel Eliminator, and Mike, down here on the start line could be a small problem.
We do seem to have a problem indeed. Rochelle is conferring with the crew there, with her dad. It looks as though she's squinting into the sun, and we can see the officials on the start line also having a bit of a conflab. Looks as though they may have to delay the race. No, instead, Rochelle has very bravely elected to have a piece of tape across the top of the visor so that she can block out some of the sun.
A very brave girl there, Mike, once again to drive a Top Fuel dragster into the afternoon sunlight at around about, 400 kilometres per hour?
That's right.
That's tough.
The eyes are squinting there, the power of the sun. And, of course, Darren DeFilippo, another very brave boy. He's running the biggest of the engines too in his Keith Black 528 cubic inch.
As we move over to the Sprint Auto Parts lane, the young Queen of Speed, Rochelle Splat, once again.
Now you can see the effect of the sun there once again in the eyes. Well, they've undertaken to be running off into the sunset. And as they ride off into the sunset, we can see that sun blistering down, reflecting straight off that freshly sprayed track.
Have a look at the young lady squinting right here and now, Mike, as she concentrates around the start line area. I can tell you now, going to be a strong run coming from this pairing.
Yes, I think so. As we wait for the lights to trip down in the starters' hands now. And
oh, reaction time goes to Darren DeFilippo, but now have a look at Rochelle Spratt, come on strong.
wow, heap of smoke as she goes through in the Sprint Auto Parts lane, and we might have a look. She's done a 5.24 seconds, 3:59. Right. Rochelle, really welcome back into it. That was a good run.
Yeah, it was a bit slow to start with. I was behind in the first half, and something happened to Darren. I'm not quite sure what happened, and I flew straight past him. So as long as we won, that's what we're here for.
Yes.
So
Well, his reaction actually of 5.25 against your 5.85.
Right.
So that gave him a little bit of start
Yeah.
then, but he seemed to have some bother.
Yeah.
But anyway, you ran through with a 5.2 at 223.
Right.
Happy
yeah.
with it?
Well, I'm happy that we won, but we can do better.
As we continue on with Top Fuel Eliminator this time round, the Sprint Auto Parts lane, Mike, Romeo Capitanio, proudly sponsored by Citron Proto.
The flying spanner, and the man's going to really do a big effort here. In the Tectaloy lane, here we have Robin Kirby in his Keith Black 496 Cube. Same size engine actually for both cars, with different manufacturer. Now Romeo just giving it a big squirt there, standing the tyres tall. Something a little bit crooked there on his burnout.
Yeah, that's a bit crooked there, Mike. A slow burnout, I might add once again to that machine. Look at this machine, though. Beautiful burnout from Robin Kirby, the Pennzoil Top Fuel entry. This guy's got a real chance here tonight.
Yes, as you said before, so we'll just see how he goes. Whoops, no, backwards, buddy, that's the one. Right, backing up into Make Battle.
Yes, and a beautiful pairing of cars here. Once again, it's a large crowd in the background to witness this event once again, Mike.
Yes, I think deserves a good crowd too with pairings such as this. They seem to back him in a little bit crookedly. Never mind, all set to blast off as Romeo Capitanio in the Sprint Auto Parts, and in the Tectaloy, Robin Kirby gets out well.
Wow, look at these two guys go down the racetrack. Romeo Capitanio, 4.97, 416 kilometres per hour. Wild.
Yes, but just have a look in the other lane there. The Tectaloy, Kirby's car is in heaps of trouble.
Certainly is there, Mike. Have a look at the oil slick right behind that Top Fuel dragster, and the machine just coming to a standstill. A lot of smoke around that machine once again, Mike, I can tell you. Could be a big disaster there, but he is out of competition.
Breaking the rear end, and then we had to change motors this afternoon, or yesterday, and looks like we've holed a tyre and must have
Definitely
kicked a rod out or something.
Yes, yeah. You ran a 5.4,
Yep.
and then the trouble seemed to happen on the line. 225 miles an hour as you went through.
Yeah, it was starting to go sour just before the finish, and that was the end of it. Yeah.
Bad luck.
Oh well, we'll come back and race another day.
Good on you.
Don't worry about that.
You did it.
It's about time, we're all there.
Beauty. A 4.97, 258 miles an hour.
Mile an hour was down, but hey, short track. You know, we've got to get the parachutes out and
Yes.
stop this thing, but hey, we hit the 4 seconds, that's telling us we're in there, and we're going strong, and we're going to keep going down.
That's making us sick.
Drag racing, that's the best.
Now it's semi-final time in Top Fuel.
Thanks, Bruce. And that pits Reed up against Romeo Capitanio.
As we move to the other side of the ladder there, Rochelle Spratt will have an automatic bye through to the final.
And now, here we are in the Micro Arts computer in Top Fuel. We're looking at Romeo Capitanio moving up into the Sprint Auto Parts lane.
Yes, about to run Pommy Steve Reed running for the Tectaloy lane there once again, Mike. Should be a brilliant pairing coming up, this one.
Well, both cars looking and sounding absolutely strong.
Oh yes, between these two cars down here on the start line, around about 12,000 horsepower.
Wow, and a fairly healthy burnout too there in the Tectaloy lane.
Yes, gaining a bit of heat on those rear tyres once again to get maximum traction off the start line here, Mike.
Yeah, I thought Romeo took it a little bit easy in the burnout preparation.
Doesn't take a great deal to extract a lot of heat into those rear tyres.
Yes. Heaps of smoke coming out from just about everywhere at the moment as Romeo is guided back.
Oh, simply sensational. The sight, the smell, the sound of nitro burning Top Fuel dragsters. Who's going to be this time round, Mike? We're about to find out.
Right, the vibration is just getting quite incredible. Now, very close to moving in towards the line. The Santos Cranes car of Reed moving up first. Capitanio following.
Concentration really hots up now as both cars slowly come in towards the start line.
Starter very cleanly, looking straight ahead.
There we see the pre-stage lights on the Christmas tree waiting for a full stage from both of these drivers. On the green light, they get away. Have a look at those huge flames coming from his top fuel dragsters.
Side by side, a ripper of a run. Romeo Capitanio takes another 4 at 456 Ks.
Come on, tell me.
Okay, right, now we're going to tell you. Now we're going to tell you. Romeo, you ran speed 283 miles an hour. You're probably more interested in the time, 4.946.
Magnificent.
Great.
That's number 2.
Steve, we've just found you ran a 5.05, 279 miles an hour. How was the run for you?
The top end from about half track on, it was spinning the tyres, really, really skatey.
Was it?
I had both hands full, so it was, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done a couple of, we didn't really change too much. I mean, we just thought it would come around, but obviously we didn't compensate enough. We should have put a bit more power into it.
As the action continues with the Micro Arts Computers Top Fuel Eliminator, right here and now, Rochelle Splat on screen.
Well, there's certainly no worries about having to look in the sunlight at this stage, so that bother's gone. Now, running in a single run here with the bye, because she got the fastest time in the previous round. Now, she has 2 options. Go for broke once again and, you know, perhaps try and do a great time or whatever, or take it easy.
Well, that's exactly right there, Mike, and they can either go either way, and if they go slow down the racetrack, cruise down the racetrack, they save all the maintenance for the final pairing.
This is true, unless there's something they're trying to test out, different belts or whatever.
Yes, we're about to find out very shortly. Fully staged, she gets the green, huge flames coming out the race car, but buttons off early.
Yes.
Okay, automatic win going for Rochelle, going through to the next round of competition with the 798.
Rochelle, took it fairly easy, or a bit easy on that one?
Yeah, we took it a bit easy. We've been having a few problems with the engine, a few parts being damaged, and because we had a bye to the final, we did use it to do a bit of testing before we get to the final, so hopefully we can do a really good pass and not damage any parts in the final.
Good.
And win.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Some great semi-final action, and of course that means the finals are yet to come after the break, along with life in the fast lane. Stay with us.
Atomic playboys, we are radiation Romeos. You built this body, but can't take away my soul. Atomic playboys, we are radiation Romeos. You stole the sky, you did it to watch the world explode, Romeo.
All right, we're going to keep going here on drag racing today. We've seen the semi-finals of Top Fuel. Let's go now to the finals.
Yes, Bruce, and what a finals here for the Micro Arts Computers. Look at this in the Sprint Auto Parts lane. The teacher, Romeo Capitanio, who in recent times was showing the way to Rochelle Splat, who's in the Tech Deloy lane, and giving her some advice on how to run. Now, face to face. Here we go.
Yes, as we move to the very serious end of this event once again, Mike, this is the Top Fuel final. There is the Valvoline Top Fuel dragster of Rochelle Splat. She is Australia's Queen of Speed.
Well, Romeo, can it actually get any better than this? First of all, you beat your own personal record and made 4.97. You've just done it again. This is awesome. 4.94. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic, and we've got another round left too, so who knows what's going to happen on that one.
Well, that's Romeo's opinion. What did we hear also earlier from Rochelle?
Rochelle, you're up against Capitanio for the finals. He's broken his own personal best twice tonight. How do you feel about the last race?
It's going to be a very, very tough race. He's running extremely well this weekend, and we've had a few things to iron out in our car, so it's going to be very tough to beat him. He's just running extremely well.
This is the serious end of the night here tonight, Mike. It's going to be a superb Top Fuel final brought to us by Micro Arts Computers.
And it seems to me that both cars have been and are running particularly strong. Dragway car there, Valvoline in position. Capitanio being brought forward. Again, the starter lines straight ahead, not looking anywhere else but down the track.
Okay, on the green light, have a look at that engine blow up with Rochelle Splatt as she takes the win. Rochelle Splatt is the winner, 5.66, 289 kilometres per hour. Congratulations to you, Rochelle Splatt.
It's a popular, looked to be a fairly fiery sort of a win though as she went through. She certainly did take the win. But as we look through there, we see that Romeo had backed off quite a bit. Now there seems to be a fair bit of fire coming from the car there. A rabbit running in front of the car as well. Well, it's all sort of pandemonium, it would seem, but the rescue team are coming nearby. She's jumped out very quickly.
Yes, could be a lot of damage there for Rochelle Splatt. We'll find out later.
A second of your time after that quick arrival. Rochelle, congratulations.
Thanks.
5.6, 179 through at the end.
That was a very spectacular finish, wasn't it?
It was.
I was just seeing it just had flames all in the cockpit with me, and I knew I'd won, but I was in a hurry to get out.
You did get out very quickly.
Yeah, I know, I did. I jumped out.
Do you know, as it happened, a hare or a rabbit ran across the track.
Really?
You scared him out of the grass.
Really? Oh, scared me too.
You said you were cold, sweetheart.
That's the first time I've seen flames in front of his face.
As we go to the Eagle Motorsports Adelaide slow motion replay here, Mike, have a look at these guys. Rochelle Splatt, she whole shot Romeo Capitanio at the start line, but have a look at the engine blow up.
Yes, that's when we saw the big flame out. The flames are pretty hefty there, but the wick's gone out in Capitanio's car by this stage. Romeo, it was not a 4 this time. 7.18, 117 miles an hour. Had a few problems there.
Yeah, well, we changed an engine last round, but Johnny decided to change a blower belt because he said, I'm not going to have bad luck, I'll put a brand new one on it, and there you go.
Let's have a look at it.
There it is there.
Shredded.
Blower belt broke, and it's a brand new one. He said, I don't want to have bad luck. He cursed himself.
Golly.
So that's what I say about drag racing. You don't know till the end. And that's what I love about this sport.
But what
it's
a great
so
meeting for you otherwise.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was good to have 2 in a row. It might have been 3.
Yeah.
And I think it was the way it was going. But Calder's our next meeting, and it'll probably happen there again.
As we take a look at the Australian Top Fuel Championship standings,
yes, we have Rochelle Splatt leading with 100 points.
Romeo Capitanio with 90 points.
Then comes Steve Reed on 60.
Robin Kirby with 40 points.
Alongside him also Darren Di Filippo on 40 points.
Drag racing, we're here.